What are some YouTubers that you don't like?
How do you handle negative comments?
Thought of something happening like breaks you.
How do we maintain the spark?
There's a lot of things we never talked about before that we're going to talk about in today's video, so it's about that time. Buckle up, take your popcorn. It's about to get real. This one, he was sleeping, but as soon as we got ready,
He woke
up, he was ready to go. So we got a little guest with us today. He's looking too dapper, he's looking too nice, little handsome boy.
How do you handle criticism or negative comments, especially when they're directed to you? Honestly, that's a good one. People are like, oh, I try not to let comments get to me. Oh, I don't care about comments, but I do care about what people say and stuff. It's human nature to care and to want to be liked, right? But one thing I've learned, especially being on social media and being out there, you really have to just tone it out. You have to zone it out and focus on the people that love you and that are uplifting you. Because at the end of the day, if you put your energy in towards those negative people, they're already miserable. So there's no point. But I've learned that with time. To me, I just block them, delete their comments, and move on. And I also like to meditate and listen to uplifting music. Fun fact, I used to listen to like really only sad music. I'm the type of person, if I'm down, I need to be lower than down. But I've changed my mindset. Now I fill myself up with positive music. I like to run as well. So I run, just like do things that take my mind off of the negativity. And especially when it comes to like women, a lot of negativity is geared towards our appearance and what we look like. And then a lot of people are like body positivity. But then as soon as something natural happens to you, you know, like aging or like weight gain or anything like that, people make fun of you. Or if you're just your true self and people are not used to seeing that, you know, they make fun of you. They're like, ew, what is that? But it's just like, mates, you can't please these people. So just focus on yourself, surround yourself and do things that bring you joy and block the negativity. Block them. There's nothing else to do but block them. Also, I pray and I also watch sermon. We've been into 2819 church. So if you haven't watched those sermons, check it out, mates. I absolutely love that. And also reading the word. Me and Dominic are gonna get into reading more because Pastor Philip's talking about you gotta read the word. You can't just watch his sermon. So really reading the word, even if you don't understand it, like just pray for God to make you understand the word. It's getting real out here, mates.
You definitely need thick skin.
Yeah. If you don't believe in God, just meditate. Just, you know, talk to a therapist.
Take time to reflect.
Yeah. Or like let it out.
It's hard, but you can't take it personal. And not everyone has the same cup of tea. You know, everyone got different tastes and stuff, and they're judging you based off their own personal taste.
Okay, Dominic, how do we maintain the spark and connection in our relationship, especially with having a baby/newborn? Care to answer?
Oh, you just have to make time.
Yeah.
You know, you have to understand that's a new chapter in your life and that you adapt to it, right? Like you make time. Like before, if you made time all day or whatever, but now you have to understand your time is a little bit more limited. Doesn't mean you don't have time. You know, you set a schedule, you make time, and you do have to make time because if you don't, then time goes by so fast that you just day after day, you know, it goes by just too fast. You got a plan. You can do little trips. You can do little activities. You don't have to go anywhere. You just plan romantic things. You can just plan little surprises.
Bro, with a newborn, you ain't got time for surprises, mates. Listen, when the baby sleep, just unwind. When the baby sleep, don't go on your phone. I know it's tempting, but I feel like when the baby's sleeping, that's when you need to communicate. Talk to your partner. So what did you find was challenging? How was your day? You're gonna need that.
It's so easy to like after, because you're so mentally, physically exhausted, you just want to go on your phone and like decompress, right? Or like watch TV, or a lot of people just watch series or watch TV. But you know, decompress with your partner, like you know, talk about it. You can maybe watch something and talk about it together. You don't have to go individually, you know. And then just do maybe little activities, like we started literally like water floss. So it's like our thing, let's go water floss. It's just funny, we have a little laugh, you know. It's just new, and then at the beginning we didn't know what to do, and it was like it was just so funny, you know. So just little things.
Too much,
Yeah, and like keep things. You don't have to change everything, right? Keep things in your relationship that you used to have that made you fun. You just have to adapt to it. What is it, Gio? What are some YouTubers that you don't like? I find this funny because you can't not like someone you don't know, right? So no one, because I never really met any. So
yeah, we've never met any family
I'm not the type of
YouTubers.
person who's gonna judge someone based off of what they see on TV. I need to meet their personality, their character, who they are as a person, not only off a couple minutes of a video, right? So to me, no one. I don't hold any hate. I respect all of them. I respect the craft. I respect what they do. So for me, like no one, except for no, I'm kidding.
I was like, who? Yeah, we've never met any YouTubers. Well, maybe have we? Have we ever met any YouTubers?
Talked to some, but not much in person.
Yeah. So unless we have and we're forgetting, but usually no, because me and Dominic don't go out like that. Like we're always at home. So
we got a little family. We kind of stick to our own lane. Like we're kind of in our own lane, doing our own thing. We don't even really watch them, to be honest.
We don't have time.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We don't have time to sit down and watch 10, 15, 20-minute videos. So when we have spare time, we spend it together.
Yeah.
Or
flossing.
You know, I'm gonna work on other things or try to learn things about what's going on, like economic wise, you know, about the economy. How did you know that you're ready to get married or that your partner was the one?
Ooh, that's a good question, Dominic. How did you know?
Sometimes, you know, tell me what you thought about me the first time you saw me.
I always tell him, I'm like, so how did you know I was the one? What did you think when we first met? What was your first impression of me?
Yeah, that's so funny. Yeah, that we talk about it and we look at memories or videos.
Yeah.
I think it's a misconception that, you know, it's like, it's not in the movies like fairy tales where you have like a click, it's like a aha, you know, like a lot of people wait for that moment to know or whatever, even with parenthood and stuff like that. Like there is no specific moment, like even when Gio was born, it's like you don't randomly feel like a parent, you know, like you're the same when you're married or before married or when I proposed. It's more of a sense that for me personally, it was, can I see myself without you? If the answer is no, then you're ready, you know, that's what you want. And I think you look at if all your things you're looking for are fulfilled, like all the things that you're looking for, the values, the morals, everything like that, everything aligns. And if all the things align, like for me, it was like, okay, I gotta snatch her up, you know, I gotta make sure that she stays with me forever.
Period. So locked in.
Yeah. What about for you?
I mean, he proposed to me. For me, it's the same thing. Like I couldn't picture myself without you, and I just didn't want anyone else. To me,
yeah, that's true.
Yeah, like to me, there's no one better suited for me than you. And like I've told you this before, it's like I can't see my life without you.
Me,
so,
it was like I can't picture myself losing you.
And not even if you think, oh, I just feel like we complete each other and like we're just like meant for each other, really. So that was it for me.
What's one thing you wish someone told you before being parents?
You don't sleep. The sleeping is done. Even after the baby's born.
The fear you have.
Yeah.
Like the fear that you have being a parent, that, you know, you're asking yourself,
is he okay? Or
like, is it normal? Is he okay? Like this and this, all the things you don't know, especially being first-time parents.
Especially when they're babies.
When they're babies too, like, and like most of the times there's nothing, even if there were to be something wrong, a lot of times you can't do anything until they grow up a little bit more to see if whatever it is goes away. I think too, like what people don't talk about is that you develop this love for your child that is so strong, but with that love comes the fear of losing it, right?
Yeah.
So when love is beautiful, it's a beautiful thing, but it also comes with the fear and the painfulness of like, if it ever were to leave or if ever something were to happen, if ever,
so
you know,
annoying.
they're sick or something, like that hurt that you feel from that strong love is something that I never, like no one ever told me that, like, yo, like just the thought of something happening.
It's the unconditional love.
That's what it is, the unconditional love. Like just the thought of something happening like breaks you. And like that is something that's always there, you know, and you're walking, I don't want him to hurt himself, all these things, like there's so much fear sometimes, right? But like that's...
Gio, what's going on?
You know, but I think that's when you go, like things you can do, you can pray. You just have to have faith. Like you do have to have faith that everything's gonna be okay, and faith in your partner, faith in yourself, and confidence in yourself, right? You?
Yeah. You said it, boss.
Okay. I think this actually kind of ties into like the next one here. What's a misconception you can speak on about being first-time parents? I think also the fact that it's not as hard as like a lot of people say. I feel like people stress you so much before you have your child. It's like all these books, like, did you read this book? This is a good book. Like, do this and do that. And like, first of all, everything's different. Every experience, every child is different. So like whatever you're reading, whatever you're doing, I'm not even apply to your specific child, right?
And I would say just relax a little bit. I feel like new parents, we're always on the edge. We're always stressed because it's like pressure is always the baby okay. People are telling you this, telling you that.
Yeah, the milestones.
Just relax. Oh, thank you, Gio. And always comparing your children to other kids, or they hitting this milestone. Like, it's just so annoying, me. So don't do that. Like,
I think it's a lot different too now, because now technology, if you have any specific question in that specific moment, like for us personally, like we didn't read any books, we didn't do anything, but when we had a question, we just looked it up online.
Yeah,
you know,
ChatGPT.
There's literally like videos online, all these platforms that you can go on and get a quick answer for whatever you need. You can just like Google it, now AI it or whatever, you know, and you can get your answer super quick, and or a video and watch it super quick. So for us, like that's what we did when we had questions. We just literally just looked it up. You know, something happens in the moment, you look it up, you're good. So take all the stress away. You're gonna be okay.
But yeah, it definitely wasn't as stressful as people like told us it would. It would be like, yes, it is challenging, 100%. But I feel like that depends on your child.
That too.
That's what people should mention. Like, I feel like people like to bunch up every baby in one category.
Yeah. And sometimes with like these books or these things or like sometimes these people tell you things that they had a lot of kids, but it's like what they did with their child doesn't apply specifically to yours. Like, you know your child the best, right? When you are their parent. If you know something's not gonna work, like don't force it upon them. Like you can change it a little bit, right? Like there's no one book, like one sock fit all?
Yeah, one size fits all.
One size fits one sock.
And like a lot of people are like, oh, children are supposed to be like this mates. Children, they're gonna be children.
Babies.
Some are love to yell and run around and be rowdy, and others are quiet, you know. Just accept your kids the way they are, mates.
And I think you trust yourself, right? Trust yourself and your natural instinct to be parents, and that you're doing a good job, and don't stress, you know, and as long as you love them.
Yeah, and just know that your child is your child for a reason. You are meant to be their parents. You know what's best. What you're doing is good enough. So don't overstress yourself. You're doing the right thing. And if no one's told you, guys, you're amazing parents. If you're trying your best is more than enough. So just keep that in mind, mates.
There's a roof over their head. You know, their stomach has some food in it. So, you know, you're doing a good job. Thanks for watching.
We gotta go, mates.
We gotta go because this one is time
he
for
wants to
walk.
go for a walk.
Yeah, he kept wearing his stroller.
Yeah, guys. Toodaloo. And we're also moving, guys, so we're tired.
We might already be there by the time you watch this.
Yeah, the energy is low, mates. We have been packing. We are exhausted, you guys. So hopefully next time you see us,
we're gonna be out of here.